All right. We are live. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, everybody. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you, Jada?
I'm good. Got the chance to. I was going to take this outside, but there's so much going on out. It's a beautiful day out.
It's beautiful here too.
So, yes. And so I'm inside. And I was going to, I didn't know if I was going to do this outside or if I was going to be in. I know I can't do this in car, but it's our lives are different and
hmm
how we do things, how
Yes.
we in our routines.
hmm
So let's start this.
Yeah. You want to give people a few minutes that they might be jumping on? It's like
Yeah,
three till. I hate for people to miss us.
I think they'll be here. We have 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. I
So
can't
let's
like
rock this.
I can't see if anybody's here from being on the backstage of, and
Hmm.
it could just be me and you talking, which is fine.
It is. I was going to use Restream, but I wasn't liking it.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm here in StreamYard,
hmm
and I'll be doing more. Uh, everyone is going to see more of me this month.
Oh, good. That's wonderful.
So
Are you gonna make these like weekly, or what's your vision?
uh, I know that I can only do so much
Right, exactly.
because we have our energy. We have to take care of ourselves,
Correct. Yes.
which is a great segue on how do you take care of yourself? What is your routine like?
Yeah. Do you want me to start, or do you want to give the audience a couple more minutes?
We
Okay.
can give them a few minutes if they're
Yeah.
already here.
We get two till.
I can't decide if I want to wear my glasses or leave them off because I need these to read.
Yeah, that's why I keep mine on.
Yeah.
I just can see the screen easier, and it's easy. I don't want to squint and see you.
We've changed so much, and
uh,
LinkedIn has is growing because
yes.
of the growth. The algorithm is changing,
hmm It's changing all the
so
time. I can't
all the
keep up
time.
with it. Yeah, I don't worry
It's,
about the algorithms.
and neither do I.
hmm
But I'm connected to so many people who are
hmm
talking about what's going on with LinkedIn,
Right. hmm
and it's always a learning process. And I'm
Yes.
in the background doing for MKZ mentorship. I do more for them than I do for myself because I'm the only active person on LinkedIn who is a part of MKZ mentorship.
Oh, okay.
So I'm doing that. We're
hmm
got the Maverick Collective networking group,
hmm
and we like to do more with that because
Yeah.
I like to see that grow because it's a part of something else.
hmm
And I'm using that word grow because that's how we do. It's a part
Exactly.
of who we are.
Exactly.
And
Yes. Always evolving.
and that growth is important for ourselves. It's how we learn. And self-care, that's important. We need that.
Very much so.
And there's so many of us who are on more than one platform.
hmm Yeah. This is my main
So
one.
this is your main one. What's
hmm
your other one?
Oh, this is basically it.
This is basically it. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Some of us have many platforms,
I know.
and I've got 4, not including my YouTube channel,
Wow.
because people here are not always on LinkedIn, so we
Correct.
take it offline.
hmm
And then I have to find some kind of priority in
hmm
everything. And
hmm
how do you prioritize everything?
I'm go with the flow girl. I have like
You
a
go with the flow.
I have a specified thing. Like if I want it, like I need to get done today. Okay, I have this
Hmm.
and this and this. And if anything else comes up, then I just go with the flow. but I also have to find balance for myself. It's all about self-care and self-love, as we have
Right.
discussed a little bit.
What forms do you use
What? I'm
of
sorry.
self-love? What
Oh,
forms of self-love do you use?
oh gosh, there's so
Because we have
many. No, go ahead.
the how we take care of ourselves mentally,
Hmm.
physically, and
Yeah,
spiritually.
yeah, and emotionally, and
Yeah.
one of the biggest things for me has been the mindset shift. It's like what we believe, what we tell ourselves.
Hmm.
Everything is energy and carries a vibrational frequency. And if we're always being negative to ourselves, we're gonna that only not only impacts us, but it impacts the world because the energy is universal. So it has to start with unconditional love for ourselves because everything starts from within. So I love to get outside in nature every day if I can. Sun nature, sometimes water therapy. And I say water therapy because, well,
Water
two things.
therapy.
We have a small pond in our backyard, so I sit on our
Okay.
deck and take in all of the water and the waterfall. But also, we have a hot tub that I love to get in and enjoy, and I just sit
Hmm.
and just observe nature and listen to the birds, and that has just been a huge transformational shift for me with just enjoying the beauty that is without outside. It's
Yes,
healing. It's so healing. Nature is so healing, especially the
it
sun.
is. I live on the lake, and going walking down there, I feel
Mm,
everything beneath my feet. The
yeah,
moment I go into that lake, I feel that the energy from it,
exactly.
and I can't wait to swim.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
free, and I become a mermaid because once I'm out there, I don't want to come back in.
Exactly. I hear you. Yes. Yes. You're very, very lucky to be by a lake or an ocean. I envy that.
So, water. Do you have a bathtub that you
Oh yes. I love,
use?
the Epsom salt baths are
The Epsom salt. Uh,
yeah, so enjoyable. I also use essential oils.
mm-hmm,
Um, I love to diffuse them. I love putting them in my hands and, just smelling the aroma of them. I
mm-hmm.
use the roller balls, just to roll the scent on me. For instance, like peace. Uh, I love lavender. There's so many. Essential oils have been very beneficial to my transformation as well because I'm all about the holistic part of healing.
Right. And how does that carry over into your life?
Oh, it's been, like I said, it's changed everything with the mindset because when we're, smelling things that lift us up, I mean, it's just a different vibe, a different energy. It just feels beautiful.
One question:
Yes.
if the, if you were to help me
Hmm.
with my life, how
Yeah,
would you go about it? Because you help other people get unstuck.
I do.
So, like I said, I'm on other platforms.
Hmm.
How would you prioritize? How could you help me
Yeah.
to
Well,
prioritize my life?
yes. Well, honestly, it's a heart to heart conversation. That's what I love about, building relationships with people. It's all about who you are. Society has ingrained in us, to title oneself. I'm all about learning to know what is your story? How did you get to where you are today?
Hmm.
I love to hear people's journeys because it's always about the journey that gets us to where we are.
It
I
is.
started out as a career coach. And when I had the transformation of self love, when I finally told myself, enough is enough, I'm going to love me for who I am, not the number on the scale, not the number in my clothes. I'm going to stop the negative self talk. I'm going to destroy a tape that had been playing in my head for a very, very long time. And I'm going to love me for me. And that's what we are here it is all about, is to have unconditional love for ourselves because, like I said, everything starts from within. And one of my tag phrases that a lot of people know is feel it to heal it. We have to feel whatever emotion that we're going through in order
That's
to heal. And when people come to me for help, sometimes it's about the career, but what I find is like it's not the career change, it's not the relationship with someone else, it's not the shiny new object here or there. It's everything within. You have to look with the inner child healing the wounding, the trauma. You know, I had to go back as far as I can remember and just relate to myself. Like, when did I not feel loved? I had to go and just embrace that inner child and hug that inner child and say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the adult version of you. I got you. And we're going to get through this. And, you know, every day is different. We never know what's going to be, changing, transforming in the world. And we just have to embrace each day as it comes.
Know your worth. I learned that a little hard, in a very hard way.
Yes.
And so that's why I kind of preach it.
Yes, right. I hear you.
Yes. And I
Mhm.
come from a very a spiritual background,
Mhm.
a religious background.
Mhm.
And someone tried to turn me into something that I was not, trying to turn me into a Christian I was not.
Yeah.
So when I decided that, okay, this is enough,
Mhm.
I found my worth. A very painful way, but I found my worth.
Mhm.
And I hope people come to God.
Mhm.
We start from within, like you
Mhm.
say,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then it comes out through our, through our mentality,
Mhm.
how we live our life.
Yes. Mhm.
Because I in a in a very specific way,
Mhm.
because it keeps me going and it keeps me clear of what I'm doing.
Mhm.
When you know your path in life,
Mhm.
everything starts to open,
Yes. Mhm.
and you meet certain people.
Yes.
And God puts us in the situations where we get the chance to meet people the way I've met you,
Mhm.
David,
Mhm.
and so many other people. It's
Yeah.
ever evolving door
Mhm.
that leads to so many journeys, so many different paths. And it always
Exactly.
comes back to one. It always comes back to you.
Mhm. Right. Right. Yeah. And when we're attuned to our when we're aligned to our true authenticity, and we're at a vibrational different frequency, it's okay. We're going to lose people that are not on that same vibe. But like you said, we meet like-minded people like ourselves. That's even more beneficial because I want to be around people that are going to keep me uplifted because I love to encourage, inspire, and give people hope and confidence. And I want the same in return because I'm not always happy go lucky. There's,
Mm-hmm.
we know, like I said earlier, we never know what the day's going to unfold, but I love to find things that make me happy and bring me joy. And that's what life is all about.
We rise by lifting others. That's
Exactly.
my motto.
Yes, I love that
And
motto.
there's no a better way.
Right.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know other way.
No. Mm-mm.
Because I'm in a constant state of grace. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for everything that you've given me. So let me give that back to you, the
Exactly.
people.
Yes. It's all about having an attitude of gratitude. I
Yeah.
have positive affirmations that I start with. That's one of my self-care things. I start with
Mm-hmm.
20 to 30 minutes every morning. And that's one of the things is the I am statements. I am so happy and
I
grateful. Hmm.
What other affirmations do you use?
I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm beautiful. I'm creative.
Okay.
Um, yeah, yeah, I'm just, and that's the thing is just like another thing that I do that I absolutely love that I practiced for quite a while is I every morning when I'm waking up in the morning and I'm getting ready, I look myself in the mirror and I say I love you 5 times in my left eye, 5 times in my right eye, and by the time I'm getting to my right eye, I'm smiling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something when we love ourselves and we are our own best friends and cheerleader, so uplifting because like I said earlier, I used to be negative and have that negative self-talk. And it's just like, why? Why are we not being our own best friend and cheerleaders? We are with ourselves 24/7, 365. We have to up it starts with uplifting ourselves so we can
It
in
does.
turn uplift others.
And it always comes back. It always comes back to us.
It does. Hmm.
So you got the lifestyle down.
Hmm.
Is there a certain way you go about your day? Well, you're here in LinkedIn, then you're not in LinkedIn.
Hmm.
How do you prioritize the two?
Yeah. So usually I start my mornings, like I said, with morning meditation, get ready, and then I'll come down and check LinkedIn. But I don't like to be on LinkedIn all the time. Like I have, a ranch house and I'm in my basement. My office is in the basement. I
Mhm.
hardly have any light coming in at all. I cannot stay down here all day. I'm all about balance. I'll go upstairs. Like I said, I'll go outside, get some sun, nature, water therapy. Sometimes depends on my day. Sometimes I have client calls, but I'm really big on building relationships. I love helping people wherever they're at. I love hearing people's stories, and when you are authentic, people trust you, and that's what I've learned about in this journey. People just want to be heard and seen and listened to, and I pride myself on being an active listener.
Mhm. Okay. It's a scenario.
Yeah.
Some people, I do know that there are people out there who are not good at opening up to other people.
Hmm.
Now, I do have people who just come up to me and they tell me their whole story,
Same.
and others, well, this is the scenario. How do you get people to open up to you?
I just meet people where they're at, and sometimes they just want to listen to my story. And when I share my story, what the journey that I've been in to get me to where I am today, that's when they start to open up. And
Hmm.
it's a lot about, a lot of people on LinkedIn, they don't react and or comment to us, but they're watching us. Believe me, I hear that all the time. Like the other day, I had a conversation with someone. I've been watching you for a while. I'm like, you have. Well, thank you. I didn't know because you don't react and comment, and that's okay because people are shy. I was once in my comfort zone and not putting myself out there. But when we get confident to shine our light after we've been through the darkness, ah, it's transformative. I just
It is.
and that's what I love, helping people find their light, find their inner light. No matter what you've been through in your life, trauma or anything. We have to forgive ourselves for believing the BS that we put on our head and just to have a
Yeah,
belief system, believing in ourselves. Okay, I've got this. I'm not going to worry about the past. I'm going to live in the present moment because that's all we have.
that's right. Live for
Hmm.
the now.
Yes.
And from what I do, I have so many people who do come up to me, and I become the counselor.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I get drained after. I'm drained because I take on their emotion. I take on everything.
Hmm.
Do you do that? Does that happen to you?
I used to, and I say used to because I learned to set boundaries for myself. I
Right.
say, okay, because I'm an empath, highly sensitive empath, wear my heart on my sleeves. I'll cry with you if you start crying, so don't cry. But no, but I just love helping people where they're at, and if whatever someone needs to talk to you about, but it's also like this is their story. Don't consume. Like I said, I set boundaries for myself. And if
Hmm.
if I'm not
You have to have
vibing
those
with their
boundaries.
frequency and they're gonna lower my vibe, and I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, this is not gonna work out. And you have to be honest because you can't take on everybody such as their stories. Uh,
Mhm.
as a client, it has to be a two-way, vibe frequency.
It does. Those
It's
boundaries are
and
so
no, it's
important
yeah.
for
And
us.
what I've learned,
The healthiest thing you
yes,
can
and what
do.
I've learned is Yeah, what I've learned is no is an acceptable answer. No is an answer. You don't need an explanation. And silence is golden. I've learned.
Yes.
Hmm.
What you see, what I do here on LinkedIn, you're seeing me. But also,
Exactly.
come to LinkedIn, I have to have a different mindset.
Hmm.
I have boundaries. And
Hmm.
because of what I do, I have to always step up. I'm not
Hmm.
doing it for myself. I'm doing for MKZ.
Hmm.
I'm doing for other people.
Hmm.
And those boundaries are there for a reason. You have to have those boundaries.
Hmm. Right.
And when people try to cross those, well, I get very quiet.
Hmm. Yes.
I have a tendency of not speaking up, saying, please, I'm now is not the best time to talk. I gravitate to certain people
Hmm.
because of their energy
Correct.
or what they put out.
Hmm.
But I also know the people that are not so that are having troubles, I have to help them too. That's a part of who I am. That's part of who we are.
Right.
And I've
Yeah,
got,
we're here to serve others,
we
but we
are.
have. Oh, hi,
We,
Kat.
she is a ham, and she is Mrs. Piper.
Our pets. I have my kids. I call my kids. I have two cockatiels. Those are my kids, and that's
Mm-hmm.
unconditional love too. Like they show us
It is.
unconditional love. I give, my birds give me heart wings. They're always whistling, and just like I'm all about do something every day to bring you joy.
Yeah. Well, this brings me joy, but
Hmm.
I have a certain time I wake up
Hmm.
at 7 o'clock, and this one right here has other ideas an hour early, or sometimes two.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So how we, all right, you. How do you use? How do you? Okay. Let me rephrase what I'm about to say.
Hmm.
How you do for other people. Everyone has their own story,
Hmm.
but what if you were to advise someone who's going through a hard time, but
Hmm.
they don't want to open up? How do you do that next? How
Again,
do you
I
nudge
just
them to open up?
yeah, I just go back and say, I would just say, what's on your heart? What do you want to talk about? And sometimes, like I said, it takes me giving a little piece of my journey that I've been on for them
Mm-hmm.
to open up. They may have seen something on something on LinkedIn that I may have shared about my journey. Just because I talk about self love and self care, that's what I love talking about. There's a lot of other things I love talking about too, but it's all about meeting people where they're at, and and if they come to me, and that's the thing, some people will schedule calls with me, and I'll say, what made you reach out? I know people are shy, and when you just ask them and be authentic and just active listen, that's what they need to be, and they just start, like you
They get
say,
too
their
private,
heart out to you.
or they get too private. Because I get very private. I get, you know, what can I share with this stranger that I don't know? They're sharing
Hmm.
their story,
Hmm.
etc.
Hmm.
I I can be very shy, but I know that when I'm here on LinkedIn, I have to change. I have to step up.
Hmm.
I step up every day. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's 10% every day.
Hmm.
And that noise, that's the AC. It's kind of warm in here. So sorry about that noise.
Oh, I don't hear noise. I just have to turn my volume up a little bit. You went.
Okay.
Hmm.
How we live our lives. Everyone has their own story, their own journey.
Hmm.
That's how they came to be. We are complex human beings with so much emotions, our own baggage, trying to make a living. Some people don't want to change, so we're always changing.
Hmm.
How do you help someone who wants to make a career change but they're stuck?
Yeah,
How do you do that?
one of the questions I love asking people is like, if money was an option, with meaning everything is paid for, all your bills are paid for, however you had to give back to humanity to work, and I love the phrase, love what you do and never work a day in your life. What would you be doing? And sometimes people pause and ask, and they'll ask clarifying questions. And I'm like, you know what? Open to anything. It's, either
Mm-hmm.
professional, what your hobbies, and that just gives people. And I'm big on body language. I watch their body language shift, and then I'm like, I'm going to stop you right there and say, see the shift you just had when you started talking about this. That what lights you up, whatever it is has
Makes your heart
fuel in your
sing.
heart, yes, and your soul, whatever uplifts you, that's what you need to be doing. And they're
And
like,
sometimes, yeah, sometimes we do things that are so natural we don't realize it's a part of our calling.
correct, right.
And I didn't know my calling until much later in life,
Mm-hmm.
my true calling.
Yeah.
But I always knew how much I love music.
Mm-hmm.
And I never knew, I had no idea that I could teach, and I was always teaching. I never thought about being a teacher in
Mm-hmm.
any form. But I'm doing that. I do that here on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
I do that on other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that mission that makes life, everything worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're being called to it, you need to tap into it because
That's
that's
right.
there's a reason. We're always getting signs from the universe, messages from, the universe, the sky, through music, through
Mm-hmm.
lyrics, through people. People are messengers for us. We need to pay
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful calling, what you're doing.
It is.
You help people transform their lives
Mm-hmm. I do.
through your unique way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And the way I do it, I bring people to Christ. And people naturally open up to me. There's been a few that have been so scared.
Mm-hmm.
I become a mirror to other people.
Yeah, that's who
They
we
either
are.
get scared of me and run away because they haven't faced their own insecurities, their own shadows.
Right. Right.
Bringing people to the light,
Mm-hmm.
however we do it,
Mm-hmm.
it's the most beautiful thing we can do.
Yeah.
It's an awesome power
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for everything that we can, for what we have.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use your empath skills
Real quickly
for
about you were
others?
talking about change, about changing people, people will have to want to change. We can help, assist, guide, mentor, coach, but they have to have the willingness because some people don't want to change. And I'm not going to
Mhm.
force somebody because we all have free will.
We do.
Yeah. And
And the
being
ones
an,
who want to change,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
and the ones who want to change,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's it's an experience that once they're changing, oh, I love this. What's next?
Right. Yeah. They get
They get
excited.
excited.
Yes. Yes. And
They
that's what
get
you
so
want.
excited.
Yeah. hmm
I want they want to go further and further and further. And then
hmm
that's when I get to a point where I've become so happy for other
hmm
people because I want
hmm
to see them succeed the way I succeed,
Yes. Same.
to really step into their power and to
hmm
help. And to do that, it's given this soul such a happiness. I
hmm
love it. And
Yes.
when we can do this for other people,
hmm
we come together.
Yes.
We come together with like-minded people. And
hmm
yet I know that there are people who need that extra help
hmm Yep.
because they don't believe or they don't believe.
hmm
Oh, how do you convert? How do you bring people to those who don't believe?
hmm Yeah.
Have
It
you
starts.
experienced that?
Yeah. It starts with believing like yourselves, like we spoke about. It's about believing like, yes, I can do the things that I am comfortable about. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't allow the universe, society to tell you no, other people to judge you. You know
Hmm.
yourself best. It's keep believing in yourself. Take one day at a time. It doesn't have to be, the full step. Take the baby steps.
And through you inspire through your words. I've looked at your posts and I now have to read through again because you have some really good stories going on.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
you're
I love
helping people through that,
it.
which is lovely.
Thank you. I love to write. I love to put myself out there. And like I said, it took a lot to get myself out there. I suffered for depression for a very long time. And when I went through the transformation journey about 3 years ago, I'm always a work in progress, always healing. But like I said, when you have unconditional love for yourself and when you just be a bright light for your own beacon, transformation occurs and it starts from just loving yourself from within.
It takes time though, because I know
Oh,
people that
yes.
they don't love themselves. They look in the mirror and go, "Oh my gosh."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See, I accept myself for everything.
Yes.
I lost a lot of weight and I
Yes.
lost it way too fast, so I have flabby arms and I I
Yes.
accept everything I have.
Yep.
And I'm a much happier person because of it.
Exactly. I totally agree. I know.
So many
Yes. Yes. I know. It's like
people are
accept
not, yeah.
who you are.
So when we share our stories of where we came from, or some other kind of a journey that we've gone through,
Mhm.
I can at least touch somebody. I've
Mhm.
done my job.
Yes. Yep. It takes one to create the ripple effect.
It does,
Hmm.
and
Yes.
this is what we're here for:
We are.
to be the light, to show, to be an example.
Exactly.
Would you like to add anything more?
I have one little final thing. So I have a little prop. I
A
want
little
to
prompt.
say, yep. Have unconditional love for yourself. It's worth it. You're worth it. Have unconditional love for
You are
yourself. And do something every day that brings joy to you.
every day.
Yes. Thank you, Jada, for this
It could,
opportunity. I
it could
appreciate
be
you.
more than just one little thing.
Yes, I know. Right.
It,
Yeah.
yeah,
The little things add up.
it does. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank
Everyone on
you.
LinkedIn, thank you.
Yes. Thank you for everyone who's here or watched this replay. Appreciate you so much.
Good night. Good day.
Bye.
Make it wonderful. Bye.